So the question was about St. Vincent's. Tony said that the Chamber is in support of the LIJ North Shore Room Plan. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. First, I just want to thank Allie and also Melanie in the district office and Danielle DeServo at City Hall. They've been doing amazing work on this project with Brad and the folks at Community Board too. So if we just can get a round of applause for Brad and Allie for all of their St. Vincent work. So let me just talk a little bit about the process. The process is long, right? And how the land use process works is the end is when it comes to the council and to the speaker. So this is the part of the process that is really our part of the process. We had the council's land use committee hearing earlier this week. We will have a vote in the land use subcommittee and full committee on March 14th, correct? That's the latest we can go. Trust me, we'll probably go to that. Theoretically, it could be before, but it'll probably be the 14th. Then, if we make modifications, it'll get sent back to city planning, and then we would vote in the full council at the end of March. Now, I share everybody's shock. I mean, disappointment isn't the right word. It's shocking that we lost St. Vincent. And everybody in this room knows how blown away we were by that. I mean, literally, less than a month before the New York Post had St. Vincent's financial problems on the cover, I was in meetings with board of directors members of St. Vincent's about their rezoning, asking them, is everything okay financially? Because given the financial history of St. Vincent's, it was a very relevant question. Everything's fine. Literally, I said, there's nothing you're going to find out financially that could jeopardize this rezoning, because we were really getting to the point where the rezoning was going to absolutely nothing. So I was as shocked as anybody. And how it can be that a board of directors and an organization can be so out of touch with what's going on or so mismanaged or whatever happened is beyond me. And we have to find ways, separate and apart from whatever happens in the land use process, to add more transparency obligations to entities, not-for-profit entities that have state licenses, hospitals, things like that, so we in the public know what's happening earlier on. Because I really believe if we had had 3 months, certainly 6 months, without a doubt 9 months of not more time, we could have saved St. Vincent's. Because ultimately, one of the key things that killed St. Vincent's was the timing around the internship program. They canceled their internship program for the next year because they didn't know if someone was going to purchase and run the hospital. When that happened, we lost interest from other medical institutions that were interested in taking St. Vincent's over. St. Vincent's had, I think, about $40 million worth of malpractice debt, as well as its other debt, but we still had major New York City institutions that were interested. Some from the east side who wanted to be on the west side, who doesn't want to be on the west side. But when the intern contract fell out, you basically lose your staff. And the thing about interns in the Medicaid process is you kind of get more money than they cost you, so it actually subsidizes your entire program. I'm way shorthanding how it works. So if we had more time, we could have stabilized things, we wouldn't have lost the internship contract, and I think we would have saved it. So the thing, a good thing about the written proposal is that there is significant health care in it, more than just a walk-in clinic. That said, whatever happens at St. Vincent's, we need to keep the fight going to eventually get a full-service hospital back. And I share everybody's frustration that that isn't what this proposal is. But there isn't, I don't think, wisdom in rejecting a health care offer, because you want a better one when you don't have anyone offering you a better one. We should take the best health care proposal we can get and continue to fight and show even with that level of health care, we still have unmet needs. That's going to be a really powerful statement in getting us back to a hospital. Now on the land use pieces, over the next week we're going to be in very significant negotiations around some concerns that exist in the neighborhood. There are concerns about whether more needs to be done around education because of the number of people who would move in. There's concerns about whether we need to do more, whether there needs to be affordable housing connected with this project. There's some concern about the Reese building, whether that should be saved in addition to the other buildings that landmarks should save. There's questions about, do we need the parking garage? Should the parking garage entrance or exit be on 12th Street or 7th Avenue? Should the park, shouldn't the park be made permanent? So I don't have a final position yet because I'm in the negotiation process. But these are all issues that the board has raised, that a number of different community organizations have raised, and we are going to do our best to try to come up with hopefully something that is meeting everybody's needs. Will we get there? I don't know, but that's what the next 7 days are about.